We'll have none of that. I have an innie. Go someplace else. We want no surprises. Today's video is a get ready with me and full of random questions that are stupid and fun to ask at the same time. I found this video idea from MJ Gordon. I will link her video below. Let's get into the video, and I am gonna just put on my makeup using only drugstore makeup. And I'm gonna use CoverGirl's TruBlend. This is one of my favorites. It just says face primer for dry skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit there. But I am gonna mix it, because I want have a little bit of a glow, with Spotlight from Physicians Formula. And this is kind of a dupe for the Becca. I just put it on my hand and I just combine it, and then I'm just put it on my face. My hair is totally gonna go in my way, in my face, and at some point it's probably gonna be up. Let me just go ahead and put this up, and let me answer one of the first questions. It says, do you have an innie or an outie? I have an innie. Have you ever written a song? Yes, when I was very young. The foundation or BB cream I'm actually using is Revlon's Photo Ready BB cream, and this is in the shade light to medium. This has SPF 30, so I've liked this for a long time, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put a good dab on my fingers, and then just use my fingers to apply it. So next question, can you make change for $1 right now? Yep, we have so much change right now. Like, we always put all our change in a mason jar, and my husband puts his from the day in his drawer next to our bed, and it's just like a lot right now. So okay, I'm just putting on a light layer, and I like to do this and get it kind of all over my face and things, not being too careful about it. And then I'm gonna use, I think this is, I don't know, I forgot who makes the sponge, but I always then just dab around and just make sure I don't see any lines anywhere on my face. Oh, and I always get an itch. Have you ever been in the opposite sex public toilet? Well, yeah, hasn't everybody at some point in their lives? You know, at some point you're at some event and the ladies line is around the corner, and basically if you went to the end of it, you'd be back home again. So yeah, if there's nobody in the men's, I mean, I always have somebody guard because, you know, we want no surprises. But yeah, do you like ketchup on or beside your fries? Well, I like it beside. I would never put it on, but I also like it mixed with mustard. So this is pretty much mixed in. I'm gonna do a little bit more just to kind of try to hide some of the redness. So layering up on the sides here is always a good idea. And I will tell you, I'm not using too much fries or ketchup right now, because do you know how many points are in fries? Oy. Have you ever been a Boy or Girl Scout? Oh, actually, I think I was for like 2 weeks. Are you superstitious? No, I'm really not superstitious. No, not at all. Like Friday the 13th will come and I'll like, oh, it's Friday the 13th, and then no more superstition. I just make note of it and then I'm done. So not in the least bit superstitious. What is your biggest pet peeve? Okay, before I answer it, I'm using e.l.f.'s color correcting pen in the peach color, just for the blue that's under my eyes here. Okay, my biggest pet peeve. I will tell you that I do have pet peeves. I wish I was one of those people that could just be like, whatever, and let it slide off. And some things I can, not some things. Okay, using a tiny little sponge just to get into the corners there. I would say my biggest pet peeve is somebody who is not mindful of other people in situations. Like, you know, you're in the grocery store and they're talking to their best friend or somebody they haven't seen in forever in the middle of the aisle, and they just keep talking. Well, they know, I'm sorry, you have peripheral vision. They see you coming. Move out of the way. Or go to the side. Don't go in the middle. You know, or people, I've seen people do that, stopping their cars and talking to each other in the middle of the road. Okay, go someplace else. Not the place to do it. So just not being mindful at all about other people around you, totally self-absorbed in what they want and not being considerate of others. So yeah, that would be a pet peeve. Would you rather have a Big Mac or a Whopper? Oh, Whopper all the way. Have you ever gone skinny dipping? All right, the next thing is my brows. So I am using a new thing to me actually, because I'll be honest with you, I usually use Anastasia's, I don't know. Rachel says I say it wrong every time, so now I don't know what it is. But I usually use that, the Brow Wiz. Also, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. one, and I think I've used this with you guys before. Have you ever parachuted out of a plane? Ha, no. Terrified of heights. What is the most daring thing you've done? The most daring thing I've done? I'm so not a daring person. Let me see. Most daring thing I've done. I would say actually it's not really a daring thing. I moved to Colorado without knowing anybody. I had a job lined up and it included room and board. I went and bought a ticket and I loved it. It was great. I lived up in the mountains for, I don't know how many months. It wasn't a full year, but it was very cool. It was called it was in West Cliff, Colorado. It was an hour west of Pueblo, and it was in the Sangre de Cristo mountain range, and it was beautiful. Obviously, that's the Rocky Mountains. Loved living out there. So that would be the most daring thing, I guess. Aren't I so unexciting? I'm so unexciting. On to my brows. I'm doing a really light brow, mainly because I'm not sure if I can talk for very long and do a decent brow. Because I'm just not that talented. So I always comb them down. You guys know this from my brow tutorial. All right, let me do this really quick. We might speed this up. Do you have a baby blanket? Or did you have a baby blanket? Yes, I totally had a baby blanket. It had this silky edge to it, and I would just rub it, and it was in shreds when my mom finally convinced me to throw it away. I have no idea how old I was. But I'm gonna use the NYX Control Freak. It's okay. I don't think it's anything to write home about. If I really want something to hold, I will use hairspray, as you guys know. I am going to use the Milani's eyeshadow primer. I would normally use a MAC paint pot to get, just gonna use that much, to get an all over color, but because I said I would only do, oh my word, I got this way too close to my eyelashes. I said I would only use, what is it, Drugstore. I can't use that. So I'm gonna use this and then just use a light eyeshadow to set it. And I'm not really doing much eyeshadow, because you guys know me and eyeshadow, it's not my friend. Have you ever tried to cut your own hair? No. Have you ever sleepwalked? I don't think so. I do talk in my sleep occasionally, but okay, I'm gonna use the Milani, what's this called? Just Everyday Eyes. It's got some good, like matte colors, and I'm just going to use the all over color of this one right here, and just give my face. I'm gonna use the brush that actually comes with it. What is your dream car? Oh my goodness. My dream car is not a car, it's a truck. I have always wanted a 1950s Ford pickup. 50 something. It doesn't have to be a 1950, but in the 50s, my dream. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of the light one just underneath my brow bone, just to give a little bit of a highlight there. Not much. I don't like a lot, you guys know that. So I'm gonna use the Fit Me powder, Set Smooth. It's in 120, and I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. brush. I really like this brush. Before I do it, I'm gonna go ahead and use this and just make sure things are not creased. My problem areas on my nose, under my eyes, and then here on my forehead where my lines are. Once in a while here, and then just sweep it underneath those areas just to do a little bit of setting. It's much easier with BB to have to set it. Like it doesn't, I don't need it as much, I should say. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. Next question is, do you ride roller coasters? No. Have you ever ridden in an ambulance? Yes, I have once. My son, when he was 18 months old, had croup so badly that I went into the doctor's office and she checked to see how much oxygen he was getting to his brain because he had croup so bad. And she walked out very calmly and came back in and said, I just called the paramedics. He does not have enough oxygen to his brain and we need to get it in him. Yeah, so they put him in the ambulance and I went in with him so he wouldn't freak out, obviously, and they strapped me in and then strapped him on top of me, and he was in the hospital for 2 days in a mist tent trying to get his croup under control, and praise the Lord, it was gotten under control and he was fine. Okay, the eyelash curler I was using is this new one I got from Sephora. It's the universal one. I really like this thing. I had an eyelash curler that was taking all my eyelashes out. We'll have none of that. Okay, I'm gonna use Lash Paradise Waterproof. And here's my weird way of doing eyelashes because when I just go like this, I get it, I swear it's everywhere. It's like it has a mind of its own. So I get really high up and I look down like this at my mirror and I sweep it onto my eyes and it just seems to work so much better. And I still get it on me, I swear. Would you rather be rich and unhappy or poor and happy? Well, that's a stupid question. And I think MJ answered this question too. And obviously I'd rather be poor and happy. Why would anyone want to be rich and unhappy? You're not happy then. You're just rich. What's the point? Do you ask for directions when you are lost? Nope. And why do we need to ask questions now that we all have our GPSs on our phones and things? Do you prefer scrambled or fried eggs? I prefer scrambled. But, you know, once in a while I'll do fried, like who cares? All right, eyes are done and I'm gonna put some bronzer on. So next question is, what is your favorite number? 4, because there's 4 in my family. I'm gonna use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, like everybody. And just put it right under my cheekbone to just give a slight little contour. Wow, that looks dark on camera, but not so dark in person. So we will blend. Okay. Do you prefer Coke or Pepsi? Coke all the way. Pepsi to me is disgusting. I'm sorry, I will not even drink it. If that's the only option, I will go for water. Have you ever accidentally taken something from a hotel? Accidentally? Yeah, probably a washcloth or something stupid like that, but nothing, you know, of value, of course. Okay, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Kabuki brush and just blend that a little bit better. And this side. You know, this side's always better than this side. I think it's because I've got some dark, I don't know if it's Malaysia, is that how you say it? Anyways, have you ever slipped in the bathtub? Like a tiny bit, yeah, but not like all the way down to falling. Do you use regular or deodorant soap? What? I just use soap. What's deodorant soap? I don't know. I use Dove. Is that deodorant soap? I don't think so. Do you need corrective lenses? Yes, I have contacts in right now. Isn't that exciting? Have you ever returned a gift? Yeah, hasn't everybody? Would you give someone else a gift that had been given to you? You mean re-gifting? Of course. As long as the person who gave you the gift in the first place is not knowledgeable of you re-gifting it. Just because you feel bad. I feel bad. How many pairs of shoes do you own? I don't know, and who cares? Would you donate money to feed starving animals in the winter? Would I donate money to feed starving animals? You know what? I gotta say, probably not. If I'm gonna give money for starving anybody, it would be people. Does that make me a terrible person? No, I just think that people are more valuable than animals. If you won $5,000 shopping spree to any store, which store would you pick? Oh my, 5,000 to any store. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. I'm using the Maybelline Master Bronze, so it's got a whole bunch of difference plus a highlighter, and the highlighter is not well, yeah, it is a bit, yeah, it's got a little bit of punch to it, but I used this one for my contour, just a little bit there and there. I don't do a ton of contouring, but where would I go? If I had to do it all at one time, I'd go to a clothing store. Like, no, 5,000. If to one store, I should choose like maybe JCPenney because it has Sephora in it, or Target because it's got makeup and clothing. Yeah, that's what I would do. Look at, I'm excited over this, and it's just a random, useless question. Are or were you a good student? No. What is my favorite fruit? Probably strawberries. I eat a lot of strawberries. Being on Weight Watchers, all fruit is 0 points, so I eat a ton of fruit. For blush, I'm going to use Ulta Beauty's Making Me Blush. It's 6 pieces. It looks like this. And I got this as on an end cap. I'm going to combine these two right here. It's kind of like a highlighter and a blush in one when you combine them. Have you ever had surgery? Okay, this is personal. I have had a couple surgeries. I had sinus surgery. That was dreadful. I've had my gallbladder out. I think so. Those are the only 2 surgeries I've had. So, yay. God willing, I will not have more. What do you like to collect? Makeup. Hello. I'm going to do the Milani Make It Last. This is okay. I don't think it's my all-time favorite. Woo! I think it's a very extreme sprayer, so it's not my favorite, but it works. It works and it lasts. Okay, so most of my face is done. Let's put on some lipstick. I'm going to use the Makeup Academy's lip liner. This is Anti-Feather. I think I said this in one of my favorites, or what was at my table or something like that. And I just like it a lot. Okay, questions. How do I do this and line my lips and talk to you all? If you could attend an Olympic event, what would it be? Ugh. Okay, well, in the Summer Olympics, it would be gymnastics. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, gymnastics. In the winter events, I think figure skating. Obviously. Do you sing in the car? If I have the radio on, of course, I'm going to sing in the car. It's not easy to do and talk to you guys. Lips, I'm going to use L'Oreal's 904. I showed you guys this before. I just like the creaminess. It's kind of like you have lip gloss on with it. It gives you shine, but it's not like overpowering lip gloss. Like, I don't know. All right, if you could invite a movie star to your house for dinner, who would it be? Oh my. A movie star, so not a TV star, a movie star. If I could invite a movie star to my house, who would it be? Tom Hanks comes to mind, and his wife. I don't know. I think anybody in Hollywood that sticks with his wife for any length of time is somebody I look up to. Within reason, movie stars I don't generally look up to because they act. They're good at acting. I don't really care about their opinion. You're just good at one thing. That's my opinion. It is fun to kind of pick their brain about how they got started and things. That would be fun. Meg Ryan. Remember Meg Ryan? She was really big in the 80s. I don't know. I thought she was adorable. Loved her. Demi Moore. She was in some really good ones. I like them. The Rock. I love The Rock. I just think, although his latest movie my daughter just went to, I think it's called, what's it called? Skyscraper. She said it was really dud. She didn't like it at all. So All right, so that's it. I did my first get ready with you guys with random stupid questions to ask me. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and let me know you liked it. It was just kind of silly, but it was kind of fun to do. And maybe I'll do another one at some point. If you have questions that you want me to answer, leave them below. And I'm going to tag a few YouTubers that I think would be fun to watch them do this. And we'll see if they do it. Who knows? I've never done a tag video. I've been tagged in a video before, but I've never done one. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. God bless.